Another great song off of that Inside Llewyn Davis soundtrack, new Coen Brothers movie that has just opened in theaters. That is, it's got a great soundtrack. Marcus Mumford is one of the featured artists on it, as well as T-Bone Burnett. He produces it, and that was a song from it that is performed by the star of the film, Oscar Isaac, Hang Me, Oh Hang Me. You can get a copy of that CD by calling us right now at 889-9476 or 800-947. 800-940-7170. We also heard during that set from Molly O'Brien and Rich Moore. They just put out their second album together. Molly sent me copies of this album herself and even included a nice note saying thanks for supporting the music. And it's sort of what the whole thing is about. It all comes full circle during the Pledge Drive. We play these great artists on the air. Then we ask you to support these great artists, and they give us their CDs to pass along to you as gifts of appreciation. And that was a song called Sunday Street from Molly O'Brien and Rich Moore. And we started off that kind of folky set with David Broza, or David Broza, as Hunter,
we got to be together.
Corrects me on.
We've got to be together on this,
That's
Paul.
Right. All right, David Broza. I'll go with you on that.
Thank you.
His new album is called East Jerusalem, West Jerusalem. He's an Israeli-born singer-songwriter, and he went back to his home country to record this album. Really good album all the way through. We've got copies of all three of those albums to give away for a $65 or more contribution right now at 889-9476 or 800-940-7170. Hunter, we have a few people to thank, don't we?
Yes, we do. Yes, we do, Paul.
To the level where we're at right now, we're at $12,229. We're trying to reach an overall goal of $18,500, so we're getting really close to it, and we could really use your support and your help with your call. Yeah, I'm talking to you. I see you right there, getting ready to pick up your phone and give us a call. So,
we need those phones to ring.
Yes, 889-9476 or 800-940-7170. Who are we thanking?
John Berry at Williamsburg. He's been contributing since 1983.
Wow.
That's 30 years.
Yes, gosh, that's great.
It's amazing.
I'm sure he remembers Raleigh Radio going back that long time, too.
Yeah.
I always like to give Raleigh a shout-out, the late, great DJ here at WHRV, who really sort of started this whole thing of playing wacky music on the radio. So I want to thank him.
And also Linda Kristen of Hampton. Thank you to Paul from Linda from Buckrow.
Oh, that's Linda from Buckrow.
Linda from Buckrow.
Yeah, thanks for calling, Linda. The numbers are 889-9476 or 800-940-7170.
Oh, thank you for that
call. And we've just added another CD into the pile of CDs that we've got to give away, and it's from none other than Karl Werne himself. Nice. Thanks, Karl, for the contribution.
Who is that?
Karl is right here in the studio. He's been answering phones, and we brought him in here along with some folks from Tidewater Arts Outreach. Karl, the album is called Live at Hampton Bay Days, right?
Yes, it is.
And it's got Hunter Hughes on it. How did that happen?
With a phone call.
It's a great announcer at the beginning of this.
Introducing the live performance by Karl Werne, and so it's all friends and neighbors that you know on this album, right?
Yeah.
And, I had an all-star team. I had Eddie Williams on saxophone and Scott Slay on mandolin.
That sounds great.
Curtis Ely on electric guitar, Dan Martyr on drums,
right.
From TR3, Tim Reynolds Trio. Mick Vaughn, after the fact, came in and played bass on it. And Big Wide Grin, Lawrence Lambert and Lane Dempsey were backup singers.
And you've got copies of it. We've got copies of it to give away right now if you want to call and make your contribution. You might want to wait though until after Karl plays live for us right now.
Well,
you're going to give us an idea of what the album sounds
in case you don't like the song, you might want to go ahead and order it now.
Karl has some very special backup singers with him in the studio here. Why don't you introduce them?
I do indeed. I've been telling everybody that calls in today that that's one of the reasons I'm here is because I didn't have any money to pledge. And this is my little drummer boy gift today, was to try to have my energy and name all over this to see if we could help generate something. I'm a big, firm believer in every act you make and every purchase you make is a vote for the world that you want to live in.
Wow.
So
that's very nice.
Yeah, we need to get you to do these pictures.
That's right.
Well,
let's get Karl in here.
I am honored to stand beside Out of the Box, Hunter at Sunrise, Harris Creek Acoustic, and Tidewater Arts Outreach. all in the same
Yeah,
swoop.
in the same
Yeah,
space.
in the same hippie choir.
Everything is vibrating.
Yeah.
So you're gonna play something from the live album?
Yeah, we are, and I got the hippie choir singing with me. It's, this one was, it won the VHRV magazine last year, VHRV magazine
That's
Video
right,
of the
yeah,
Year
it was
award.
the Song of the Year or whatever,
And the idea behind the song was, it's called Love and Fear. The idea behind the song was the two wolves, one's love and one's fear. And it's absolutely, again, what I'm doing here. It's, for me, I believe if we keep supporting our Walmarts and our McDonald's more than we do our artists and our farmers, and that's just the world we're going to live in. That's where the premise came from. So I am, once again, very honored to be here today.
And we might want to mention that Kelly Murphy and MaryAnn Toboz are going to be backing Carl up on this one.
and somebody else by the name of Hunter Hughes.
Yeah, I'm going to try. I'm going to give it a shot. I'm going to give it a shot.
Okay. Well,
All right, so
here we go.
hi,
Live in the
hi,
studio,
is
it's
you-
Carl Werne and Friends on Out of the Box.
let's put it all together. 1, 2, 3. Tell you of a time, was a beautiful time. People dancing everywhere. There's never any doubt to what it's all about. Love and music filled the air, and the sound came out like boom, 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 'cause their hearts were beating louder. And the troubles that they left behind. And many thoughts to love one another as your sister and your brother were the only ones that came to mind. Sing it now. Let's talk about the fear and how we brought it here. It's something we should understand. It seems that in the name of protection we have poisoned our connections to the welfare of our fellow man. We're in this thought only in fashion to be guided by compassion. No one found themselves in need. But when doubt made us scared about the very things we cared about, we opened up the door to greed. Sing it now. When we take our pride and livelihood and sell it overseas, and we compromise our freedom by a matter of degrees, the things we have believed in are now driven to their knees. What's the gain? You can do the math on what is saved and what is spent when our sacred holiday becomes a marketing event. Since we cannot pay attention like we cannot pay the rent, who's to blame? Can we talk about a child born free and wild, with everything to lose or gain? If the future he'll inherit comes from what our actions merit, then maybe we should keep it sane. Dr. Frankenstein's elated at the monster we've created, 'cause I paints him as a Boy Scout. But if love isn't driving the system that's surviving, well, it might be time to throw it out. Sing it now. Sing it loud. Nice job.
Oh,
Nice,
oh,
nice.
nice, yes. Let's hear it for Carl Werne and here from the Tidewater Arts Outreach people. I guess they're all on the phones right now. But man, that was great. Love and Fear, and that's really the only place that you can find that that song right now. Is on the
So
live
far,
album.
yes, absolutely.
Carl Werne recorded it live at Hampton Bay Days. We're offering it for a $65 or more contribution, but That was worth it. Thank you, Karl. That was great.
Thanks for having me.
Love and Fear with special guest vocalists Hunter Hughes and MaryAnn Toboz and Kelly Murphy. So thank you all for coming in here and brightening up the pledge drive here. We're hoping that it will inspire you to call in and make a contribution here, because this is the kind of stuff that we can do. We can bring you live performances like that here on this public radio station that you're supporting with your hard-earned dollars. 889-9476 or 800-940-7170. We're basically putting a guitar down on the floor, or guitar case down on the floor, and asking you to throw money in it. Sort
Nice
of
visual.
And it's a big, huge blue flight case.
It's big. It's big enough to hold a lot of money.
Yeah, there you go.
We're trying to reach a goal of $18,500 this afternoon, and we hope that you'll come in and
We're slowly
help us
getting
with
there,
that.
Paul. We're
Yes.
slowly getting there. We're at $12,617. We're not too far away, but we need more callers. We need to hear more people on the phones.
And if you could call in and make a Leadership Circle contribution, that would go a long way toward getting us to that goal. I know that there are people that put aside this kind of money to give to public radio every year, and if you do it during the hours of Out of the Box, we can take credit for your generosity here and say that we have Out of the Box listeners with deep pockets. And we've also had some people call in and do the sustainer thing, where you give a certain amount every month, and it all adds up at the end of the year, so you only have to have a smaller amount going out every month. And you can take advantage of that by calling our volunteers, and they can help you through and talk you through that process. 889-9476 or 800-940-7170. Karl, you're always playing somewhere here in Hampton Roads. Where is your next gig going to be?
Thanks for asking. The next one I play is tomorrow, and it's a very special, dear one to my heart. Trade Winds, the restaurant in the second floor of the resort hotel and conference center.
It's right down there on the beach, Paul.
Oh, right.
It's really cool.
It is, and it's from 5 to 8, and it's me and Eddie Williams doing the gig, but when he couldn't be there one time, John Toomey came and played that Baby Grand.
Yeah, man, he's good.
And it was so nice that we've decided to put all three of us together. And in fact, I'm covering John out of my own pocket. We're doing a series of Sundays to see if it works out, and if it does and it brings enough of a crowd, then they'll make it a steady thing and raise money. And if it doesn't, I get to play with my heroes, John Toomey and Eddie Williams.
Right.
Nice.
Well,
And you never know who else is going to show up to these things.
That's true. Last time we did it, Sammy Sheeler showed up with his banjo, and Scott Slay and Dale Lazar, and it was pretty amazing.
All right.
Yeah.
And where is it again? The Trade Winds?
The Trade Winds restaurant is the second floor restaurant of the,
Virginia Beach Resort
there you
Hotel.
go,
Is that
resort,
what-
hotel and
It's
conference
up on
center.
Shore Drive.
Yeah,
Yes, it
right.
is.
Well, thanks again for coming in, and thanks for answering the phones. Karl is doing double
Absolutely.
duty.
Yay.
It's my little drummer boy gift to you.
Give a call, and maybe you'll get Karl's phone when you call in next at 889-9476 or 800-940-7170. I'm going to play you a set of the blues now. I had somebody
Yay.
call and say, hey, let's hear some support for the blues. So here you go. All three of these albums available for a $65 or more contribution to you right now, if you can call in. We'll start with Tommy Castro and the Painkillers from their new album, The Devil You Know. This is the title cut to it on Out of the Box.